So hi everyone. So here we are for our DevOps session day 14, where we'll be talking about Prometheus and Grafana using Kubestack Prometheus Helm chat. And here, apart from DevOps, I also do content, like because in Sagar Kakkala's world, content is bit diversified into like podcasts, finance, and majority travel, and even memes and other stuff. So majority of content. Uh, it's a bit hard to find here, so that's where like I'll be sharing screen to show how things work here in Sagar world. You just have to remember my name. Just type Sagar and Google, and you'll have my website, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And in YouTube, everything is separated by playlists. And here, like in these sessions, will be uploaded in DevOps with Sagar English.
About
And here, I would recommend everyone to go in a line here like from day one to understand things better, but this session especially is concentrated just not to go inline, like we could watch like whenever you need, but I would recommend from day one itself. And apart from in YouTube, like in blog, here we have like contents of the blog, everything is separated by. In the website you have DevOps and finance, and you could like if you go for any blog, you could just click on logo to come back to the home page and like navigate to contents of blog. Yes, since I had explained like Prometheus and Grafana how they actually behave in previous session, these before the session we went for official Helm charts, like where we had configured some PV and PVCs and like bit of like connection of data source and everything. So here we'll make this simpler by using let's say because like we had deploy server in which our application is running, I'll use the same thing. Bro, if you can mute, I think. Who, Pawan? Yeah. Yes, thank you. Okay. I'm just using the server like which we had already like our application running like based on our previous projects. Just connecting. Mm, Yeah. As you could see, keep stack Prometheus. This is the one. Same way I'm adding. As you could see, this is the official Helm charts as well. The same thing in the Prometheus community itself had designed this for especially for Kubernetes. This is especially working for Kubernetes. Since our application is in Kubernetes, we'll be using this. Okay, we are inside deploy server. And here in previous session, we had made our application up. But here, if you could see, kubectl get pods minus n. These are application that we had were using from day 3 or day 4. Like we had the application. Okay, okay. Sorry, my bad. I want to use alias. Okay, I'll use alias here. Just yes. And these are application back from 27 days. So I'll be using the same application. I mean, like I'll not be updating any new application here. So Helm repo update. Hmm, let's take this here. Okay. Oh, my bad. Yeah. I'm creating a namespace for it, and we'll be having namespace monitoring is created and Helm install. It might take some time. Come on, come on, come on. Meanwhile, do you guys have any queries? Okay, great. It got updated. That's great, super. kubectl get pods minus n. I started the recording, right? Hmm, hmm. Yeah, As you could see, like we did not install like Grafana last time. We got the Grafana, we got the Cube State Metrics, we got the node exporter, everything. So it comes with Grafana and Prometheus both. kubectl get service. Okay, not service, sorry, service minus n monitoring. Because I want like both Prometheus and Grafana to be again like get through NodePort. kubectl graded Prometheus Grafana copy, and other thing to change was what's the other thing to change? Prometheus, no, no. Yeah, this is the one. And here, if you observe, we had not done any PV and PVCs. All the pods are up, as you could see. So this is one more thing. Like here, we would have an advantage of. Okay, now let's go for service and monitoring. Yeah, one is running on like 3114, and this is running on. Okay, I changed it to Node Portrait, Prometheus Grafana. It did not change. Okay, Prometheus Grafana. Okay, my bad. 32111. Okay, one is running on 311664. 31164. Okay, before this, we had to allow the rules, right? Hmm, what are the rules? Three. Just like for me to avoid these updates, I'll just go for all. No, all TCP. I'm just allowing all ports for the time being, just to avoid things. Okay, okay, this is not the one. Where is this? Correct security. Okay, fine. Hmm. 32111. Okay, colon 32111. This is Grafana. The same thing, admin. And for password, it's again the same thing. Yeah. Let me close whatever is not necessary. Okay, this is previous one. Okay, this is previous one. This is not. Hmm. 31164. Okay, 31164. This is Prometheus and this is Grafana. As you could see, if I go for like target health, it got all the pods, like even the pods like which I did not mention to take. If you could see 1 second, where is this Kube-Prometheus cube state matrix? Not this. The one running as well would come, not kubelet and points. Okay, it's not showing in here. Mm, it should show React micro-KTS. Let's not worry about it. Let's go for this back again. Yeah, we need a password of Grafana again. We had done this. Mm, the same thing. This is prom operator, as you could see. And because this comes in the same chart as like in the same Helm chart, you don't need to worry about like connections, configuring Prometheus and everything. It's default configured, and as well dashboards because it's like particularly configured for Kubernetes dashboards. You'll have all the dashboards configured as well. Now let's go for like pods, compute resources pods. As you could see, this is our like last one are like let's say default we do not have any pods. Let's go for React Micro K8s. There is only one pod that we had. Okay, two pods that we had. You could check the pods individually as well. So this is something like based on the last what do you call last dashboard that was configured. Like this gives easy options like to check like individual pods, like individual what do you call? I think yeah, individually like to check each pod, individually to check each namespace to get anything wrong or even the other dashboards as well, which would help you because these are by default configured completely by the Helm chart. So it's actually easier for us to use this Helm chart. And one more thing, let's say if I had like new application that is running, if I want like this is the application which already there it got, but what if there is a new application that is running, and if that is the case, will it actually get it or not? Like let's see, I'm just creating a test namespace here. In this test namespace, I'm actually using a nginx pod means like it will get nginx as image by default by Docker Hub. It's not ours. These are imperative commands. Kubernetes imperative commands. Yes, pod is created. Great. Just checking if pods are running or not. Yes, pods are running. Amazing. And now what we are doing, we are actually deleting the Grafana and Prometheus for us to what do you call for changes to takes place. kubectl get pods minus n monitoring. It's just only when it is restarted, it will pick up the new data that's there. kubectl delete pod. Hmm. This is the one. Copy. And here, like based on previous thing, like we did not update Helm values or anything, like it reduced our complexity. Minus n monitoring. Hmm. Okay, and these are up. Now I'm just refreshing this. Yes. Okay. Mm, let's wait. kubectl get svc. Yeah. So password is admin, and this is like prom operator. Now if I go for dashboards and where is this like namespace resources pods, as you could see it got test namespace by default. It's mean like if you keep on adding applications, it'll actually get the pod as well. And here because our application is just up and like there is no data from last 1 hour, we could not do anything. And even the last 5 minutes we do not had any data that to scrape because it needs at least 5 minutes for us to scrape data. So, but we had understood that whatever the new application comes, this Kubernetes gets our picture into like directly this dashboards. So that's one benefit of this Helm chart. And as I said, like last time we had used script config inside values.yaml, but here, like we want to like not what do you call? We could use something called as CRD. CRD is nothing but custom resource definition. Just like you have kind, like in Kubernetes files, like we use kind. Kind is nothing but whether it is like deployment or ingress or something. Just like kind is a deployment. These are like created. These are resources created by Kubernetes. If you want to create a resource of your own, let's say just like kind deployment, I could create a kind like Sagar Kakkala's world. So whatever Sagar Kakkala's world does, you'll have that. Just like that, we'll have kind that's called custom resource definition, and based on this custom resource definition for this Helm charts we got some CRDs. CRD is the custom resource definition, and here service monitoring is the one like which will update for us to have scrape configs. And how we'll do that is as simple as that. Like we'll see. Okay, now let's actually create an application. Let's create a test tool. Let's say kubectl create ns CRD. I'm just creating a namespace CRD for us not to disturb the ongoing application because I want this session to be individual. That is where I'm creating. Else you could actually change the one of the deployed application itself. Day 13, day 14. Yes. I'm actually going for deployment in CRD deployment, just like previous. I had like 9113 port in which we'll be having scrape configs. So I'm just using this vi cr deploy dot yaml. Okay, it has already fine. Yesterday I copied this. Okay. kubectl apply minus f crd deploy dot yaml. Okay, it created. Just like CRD deploy, I think yeah, there is CRD service as well. It is just this. As you could see in deployment and service, like we had to connect with labels, match label and label. It's both must be like React demo for it to connect. So I'm just creating apply minus f crd svc dot yaml. Yes, great. Like both are created. Now if you see for kubectl get svc minus n crd. Okay, its application is running in port 80 just for us to check whether our service and deployment are connected. 10.152.183.250 colon 80. As you could see in the service and deployment got connected. Now to use the CRD, this is where like we're using custom monitor like service monitor is the one that CRD that we'll use. And here one thing to take care is like wherever your application is script config is, you had to keep that in the same namespace. Like CRD is the namespace and our deployment file is in CRD. And one thing and the label for it to connect with our application like whatever it is, you had to match label with service. Match the label with service. As you could see, what is service here? This is service here, and the label of service is app test. So I'm going to use this as well. I think I have the file already, I guess. CRD service. Yeah, service monitor.yaml is the one. So I copied it already yesterday. So I'm just turning that on. Yeah, React Chat Service Monitor got created. So we are able to successfully get the Service Monitor CRD. And now to check whether it's there or not. It's just that React Micro. Okay, it is. Okay, sorry, it's CRD, right? We created the service CRD and CRD. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, service monitor is there. And for Prometheus to know that there are changes that are applied, we'll just restart Prometheus pod. React Micro K8s. No, minus and monitor. It's Prometheus. We had to restart. Hmm. Uh, uh, okay, it got up, but there is one container that we are waiting for. Let's see. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, both the containers are. Well, now let's go for Prometheus. Just refresh the browser. Now 9113. As you could see, this is the one React Chat Service Monitor. So it got into like last script was namespace is CRD. So we were successfully able to get the script configs by from the new application using service monitor as well. Like instead of using script configs and values.yaml. Yeah, clear on this part, right? Like Kubestack Prometheus Helm chat. Yes. So with this, I'll stop the recording here. This concludes our session now.
Yes, sir.